Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode here on Britain's Farm. So the millet is for combining. Finally the crop is ready and finally we can get it harvested, and then once we get this harvested we can then get on with planting our wheat and our oats. Yeah, this crop has hung around a bit, but the wheat and the oats are going, so wheat will go in this field and then oats are going in the other field behind the shed at the sort of what is at the moment of the farm. But so yeah, that's where the oats are going. But as I say, we needed to get the crop off, but it seems, I don't know, it's odd, this crop. It seems to have taken forever to bloody mature and get to the point where I can harvest it. So, but anyway, we're at that point. We're harvesting away. Hopefully we'll get a good yield off this, because millet is worth a little bit of money, and as everybody knows by now, we're saving money for our farm expansion, and I'm sort of fairly hopeful that we should be able to push maybe over 500,000, and as I say, we'll be able to get the farm all done in one hit. So that's the plan, at least. But we'll see how it goes. So I hope you're all doing well, and as I say, I hope everyone's still enjoying this Britain's series. If not, don't be afraid to let me know in the comments. Like I say, I answer all of the comments that I get. Sometimes I don't always answer them straight away, I appreciate that, but I do get round to them eventually, because obviously the way that I record and do things, I'm sort of constantly recording all day, and so it just means that sometimes I perhaps don't see the comments that day, or in the case of a couple of comments last week, I actually missed them until I was sort of going through all of the comments on all of the videos that I'd had that week, and then I realised that I'd missed a couple out. So it's not intentional, but I say I will answer all of them. It's just sometimes, as I say, it's not within a few hours. Sometimes it is. Sometimes I get really lucky, and sometimes I might be on YouTube uploading or whatever, and the comment sort of comes in and I can answer it there and then. So sometimes I do get lucky, but yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying it. Still sort of chugging along with the series. The new series that I'm planning to do is coming. I know I keep saying that, but I'm so I had it kind of set where I was going to do it, and then the map maker got in touch with me and said, oh, by the way, I'm releasing a new version of this map in the next few weeks. You might want to hold off. So we're holding off, but we're not going to be holding off forever. I've sort of been told, sort of no more than 2 weeks. Well, that's what I'm going to give it. I have started recording the series on the map that I was originally going to use, just in case, so that if it doesn't happen, then I can start releasing straight away. So I'm sort of hedging my bets, if you like. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. A couple of weeks ago now, I released quite a few shorts of me testing the map out. Well, that map that I was testing out on does actually have one major issue. So it's meant that the reason the shorts stopped was because I had to look for a new map, because the issue that that particular map had was it's unplayable with the issue that it has, and I'm not going to give the name of the map because that's not fair. I have now told the map maker, but I assume that sometimes people just don't have the the effort, don't have the time, you know, to fix all of the things that maybe we see that need fixing. But so yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. But anyway, as I say, today combining the millet, that is the job. We've got this field and then this field here, the field we're in, sorry, and then this field. The two fields once we get the headlands off, they won't take that long. And then, as I say, we can get straight in then to our cultivating. So we'll just disc them, I think, and then we will drill them. I don't think they'll need ploughing. I hope not, because it's a bit like 1950s farms. Time is running on, but I think we'll be okay. So yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but as I've said in previous videos, I have a Agrifac. Well, I have a contracting spray firm not too far from where I live, and they've got a whole fleet of brand new Agrifacs, and honestly, they're like trains. It's like living on the bloody King's Cross line in London. Every sort of few minutes you hear this, it sounds like the trains coming in, the hydrostatic trains coming in. But that's what the microphone might be picking up. Anyway, let's get this filled up. Actually, we'll turn that off, just save diesel. Yep, even in the toy world, I am conscious about saving diesel. Actually, this combine's soon going to need filling up as well. But yeah, so anyway, I'm just rabbiting on about absolutely nothing. So I'm going to switch over to some music and we'll go to some time lapse. We'll get this done in a little while, and then we'll meet again at the end and see where we've got to. So I'll see you in a minute. Bye for now. I'm back. So, as you've seen, we've got nearly the millet all harvested now, and I'm just sort of kind of trying to think ahead a little bit, and next episode we need to get the 2 canola fields sprayed. I noticed that there were some weeds that had come through there. I've got a horrible feeling I forgot to roll those 2 fields, and the only reason I say that is because I see the rolls behind the shed there, and I thought, they haven't moved from last year, and I've started drilling this year, so I've got a horrible feeling that I haven't rolled those 2 canola fields, which is quite frustrating, because I know the sort of yield bonus that you get for rolling is not all that much, but when you're a farm our size, you know, that 5-10% extra, whatever it is, you know, it equates for a lot. You know, that's sort of 10% of our yearly income that we've just sort of basically wiped out. So yeah, we're going to get that done. We're going to get them fields sprayed. We can't roll them now, unfortunately. If it was real life, we could still roll them if we wanted to. But although they haven't said that, they might be a little bit high now. But anyway, so we'll get that done. We also need to start winter prep in terms of fields. So some will need ploughing, some we can probably get away with disking, and then in the spring when we come to drill them, we'll spray them off, and then probably drag them, and then we'll plant beyond. I mean, they might even be good enough to just drill directly into, because the land would have already have been worked. We should be able to get away with that with our little drill. But yeah, so that's the sort of plans for next time. As I say, we need to get those fields prepped, and we've also got as well go over to Richard's, because we've got some another field to harvest there, and of course we've also got his fields to winter prep as well. However he wants to do that, that's up to him, that is. But he'll give us the the instructions, and you know, we'll just carry them out. And as I say, we've also got as well I didn't quite get it. I thought I was going to get it. We've also got as well the farm to start getting ready to build, and start to sort of think about what we're looking for, what it is that we want out of a new farm. Sort of decide whether we're going to move like this bin, and or whether we're going to keep it here, or what we're quite going to do. We probably will, maybe not this time around, but maybe next time we might move the bin over there, and just sort of go from there, really. Just again frees up a little space down here. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, we could keep it like this, because I could get rid of the chickens and buy a bigger chicken coop, and then have sort of more chickens down this end with its own grain silo for food. You know, it just depends on, you know, what we sort of feel like at the time, I guess. But the one thing I like about this series that I've sort of from Britain's is that my brain is constantly kind of like, well, you know, we could do this, or we could do that, or we had that when we were a kid, you know, and it's quite interesting to you know, to have that sort of level of thought all the time about, you know, well, you know, we could do this. And you know, this map does feel like it is an endless possibilities map, which is really, really good. You know, it's really sort of, in a way, unique to have, because like 1950s, it's kind of like I guess in a way that's different because we're sort of replicating real life, and therefore changes don't happen as. I mean, no, there's a few changes coming to the dairy over the next few months, but in general, changes sort of don't occur, sort of every year or whatever. But this map and this save, it kind of feels like, you know, it's just every time I load it in and I'm sort of, like I've been harvesting and I've been looking at sort of different free areas, spaces of grass like at the end of the field to our right, and it's like, we could put that in there, well, we could do that there, and it's just one thing I would like to put in as well is a farmhouse, because although I don't really use the houses in Farm Sim because all they are is sleep triggers, and I've got mods that means I can just press a button and it can be the next day, and that's no problem. But it's still, I think, aesthetically it's still quite nice, and there's some nice sort of British sort of farmhouse mods out there that I think would go very nicely here, and certainly wouldn't look out of place. So I might look into that as well. So we've still got some more crops to sell. We've got obviously this millet to sell that we've been harvesting now. We've, I think, probably still got the rape and stuff to sell. So we're still sort of okay in terms of sellable assets to boost the money a little bit more for our new farm. The actual sort of new farm itself, you sort of kind of think to yourself, well, I don't need that much, and then sort of suddenly you think, well, actually, probably going to need to level it, that's going to cost, and then it's kind of like, paint the concrete, that's going to cost, and then, the sheds obviously are quite expensive, so it's going to cost us a few quid to do, but I think we'll be okay. Just get this tractor and trailer, and then we'll say that concludes today's episode. It's been a harvesting one today, but that is the last of our harvest. We've got one more field to harvest for Richard. I don't know when that will be. And also as well, I keep getting onto him because I want my forklift back. We're about to start drilling again. I kind of need my forklift. So I might either see whether he can get his bumming gear and get whatever it is done that he wants to do, or say to him, look, I'll do what it is that you want to get done because I need the forklift back. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, that is going to conclude today's episode. As I say, we've got quite a few things coming up. I'm going to keep these sheds here because they're going to be really handy for stuff like bale time, bale tine even, fertilizer seeds and stuff like that, and sprays as well. So I might keep these two little sheds here. Obviously we've now knocked all that through into one. We've got the grass to cut here and more hay to make, and then as I say, this field, don't know what I'm going to do with this field yet, but this one is where our farm's going to go. I mean, I suppose I could have it here, but the thing is there's quite a bit of a slope here, and that's going to make it awkward for leveling, because do you level it from that way or do you level it from that way? Whereas this one is quite flat all the way across from the road, all the way across. I mean, it's a little bit raised in this corner, but I think we can cope with that. But otherwise the field is generally quite flat, so but anyway, that's for another episode for us to worry about that. The animals are okay. The animals are all fed and bed, so that's good. And yeah, so thank you ever so much for joining me on this episode. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I really hope I see you again next time. Bye for now.